Living in Washington, North Carolina, that's what we wanted to talk about.
But first, let's hit it! Hi, this is Alan Victoria. Welcome to our channel.
And if this is your first time in our channel and you wanted to know everything about Greenville, Winterville, Pitt County, all the way to Raleigh, please subscribe on our channel and also get notified when we put a new video for you.
Honestly, I get calls, texts, and emails all the time from people just like you looking to buy their first home, buy their second home, move, relocate here, relocate out of the state. Sometimes it does happen. Shift, is my favorite word, shifting, and all of these things. So if you are looking to our help with your real estate needs in the area, please call us. We're here to help you. That's what we do every single day.
Therefore, today we wanted to talk about 13 reasons that we wanted to list it for getting to the Washington, North Carolina, because it's one of the city is by the bank of the river Pamlico River, and is great.
Okay, so also Washington is also sometimes called Original Washington or Little Washington. It's not Washington, D.C. We are not talking about our nation's capital. We are talking about 20 miles west of Greenville here in North Carolina. It was established in 1776. My history buffs will know 1776 is a little important. Do you know why?
No. Why?
Well, in 1776 is when we wrote our Declaration of Independence. So we are breaking away from England, writing our Constitution, and all of this Revolutionary War stuff is happening. And because of the Revolutionary War in 1776, the Little Washington is founded by Lieutenant James Bonner. Why? Washington's name is based after George Washington, who becomes the first president of the United States. But this was a supply port for the Revolution as the British controlled other major ports under siege. So the Washington, North Carolina was a backup way of getting supplies. So it was for the American Revolution and how they had there. So you want to talk about land density and all that, or did I get anything?
Yeah, it's basically 8.19 square miles of land, and 0.83 square miles of it is the water, because that's what we want to talk about, by the water.
Port city.
And the density is 1159 people per square miles. And I don't know if my wife said the population is almost 12,000 people. And if you want to go from Greenville to Washington, you need to just get US 264 East to get to that point.
One road there and back. It's pretty easy and a fast road. Okay, so that is kind of your nutshell of introduction of Little Washington. And now let's move on to our reasoning.
Yes, number one that we wanted to talk about is Washington activity and recreation. That's what we wanted to talk about.
Okay,
what is
so
number one in this list?
Like the Tar River is continuing down to the Palmetto River. I'm sorry, I can't speak today. So North Carolina has other fun activities here in Little Washington as well. You have your North Carolina Astroneum, which is the first astroneum in the world, where they have over 200 exhibits, and they really focus on water life, aquarium water life, and it's open Tuesday through Saturday. What else?
From 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Okay,
the second one is Goose Creek State Park, which is, it has a trail over 1 mile of the trail to Mallard Creek. And they have a visit center, and also you can pick up maps, whatever you wanted to do to basically have a tour in Washington.
Another one is Havens Garden Park. This has a new pier for walking, playground for kids, fishing, crabbing, picnic tables, you name it. It's kind of just a fun little place to hang out. What's another one?
The second one is the Carnival of the Darkness and Celebration screening that it's basically September 23rd of each year. They established it a couple of years ago.
What is it?
And it's a film festival.
It's a film festival. I like movies.
And what is the next one on the list?
Art of Palmetto. This is a theater. They have kids events, fundraisers, comedy night, local artists in the area. So, there's some activity going on here. What is next?
And the second one, we wanted to talk about housing market.
Reason.
That is our specialty. Therefore, according to the Zillow Home Value Index that publishing every month, basically if you look at the home value in Washington in 2020, January the price was 140 and December went to 146. and it has 4.3% appreciation. And 2021 from 149 in January went all the way to 171 in December, 14.8% appreciation. And in 2022 that we are right now, January, 176 the median value to 190, and we had 7.95% appreciation. And if you wanted to compare it with the Greenville, how does it look like?
Well, in Greenville, we've given these numbers many times, but I'll quickly throw it through. The 2020, we went up 8.45% in value. In 2021, it went up 20.65, and in 2022, it's already up 8.42. So this, while we are seeing inflation happen and growth happen, we are also seeing all boats are rising. That's an easy way to say.
The most important part was the appreciation. Absolutely. And also the home value in June 2022 was 190 for Washington versus in Greenville was 206,000 according to the data. And now
reason number 3.
Now still we're gonna go to our flex.
Oh, we're gonna go to one more. Okay, sorry.
Therefore, the active listing that we had in June 2022 versus June 2021 increase actually 59.26%, and the new listing, which is basically part of the inventory, was from 26 this year. Last year was 38. Therefore, we went down almost 32%.
Okay, so inventory is low.
And then basically absorption rate from June 2022, which was 1.64. Last June was 0.93, and we went up, means that basically the market is hotter, and the days on the market, it shortened for the Washington this year, 5 days. Last year was just 8 days, 37%.
Okay, awesome. Any more flex stuff you want to give us in Greenville in comparison, right? So Greenville, just to give you, active listings are down 6.2%. New listings also down 6.2%. Absorption rate in Greenville, just to give you comparison, is down 9%. And then days on the market is 0. So there's been no change in the days on the market here in Greenville. So you can see all of this as a comparison.
Yes, the reason 3 that we wanted to talk about is about the education of your school. How many schools we have?
There are 9 schools,
yes.
8 public, 1 private. So that means in Little Washington, you have 14 pupils per teacher, 655 students per librarian,
exactly.
360 students per counselor.
Exactly.
The biggest ones are for elementary is Eastern Elementary, which kind of shares with Greenville. John Colton Taylor, John Small Elementary. Did I miss any?
And the middle school was P.S. Jones, and high school Washington High School.
Also, an interesting fact to me is they do have a charter school, and it's the Washington Montessori Public Charter School. Yeah, and I really do enjoy learning about the Montessori system and helping my kids. So that kind of, it clicked in my head like, hey, there's that there. So anyways, I want to share it.
Therefore, that was reason 3. And the reason 4, we wanted to talk about job market. Therefore, unemployment was 4.5% in Washington, and national level was 6%. And the income median in Washington is $33,000. And 8% of the people have the income of 75 to 100K. 6% 100 to 150K, 15% 20 to 30K,
10% 40 to 50K, and then the biggest number is that under 20K at 24%.
24%. But also we have variety of the job specialty in Washington from what it is.
Management, business, computer,
math, architecture and engineering, social services,
legal education,
health practitioner. That this 3 category is the most well paid in this category.
But then you also have healthcare support, food, sales, technician, cleaning, office, Construction's always big around here.
And farming, fishing because we are near the water, and transportation.
Okay, so let's move on to reason number 5.
What is reason 5?
Cost of living.
Cost of living. This is very important.
So these are actually interesting to me, comparing it to Greenville, right? So we have Washington groceries are 96.5%, and then Greenville is 95.5%. So our groceries here in Greenville are a little cheaper. However, healthcare, what is going on with healthcare?
The healthcare actually is cheaper, and
in Washington.
In Washington, 3%.
And also, home ownership is much stronger in Washington because it's 70.8% home ownership in Washington.
Versus in Greenville is 54.5%.
Now, media, which can be your internet, your cable, Washington is actually...
Median house basically value is 190 in Washington. What is in Greenville?
206K.
And utility
was what I was thinking.
Is 2% cheaper in Washington, and transportation are way cheaper, 63.4% versus in Greenville. How much?
75.4. So overall, Little Washington is a 1% cheaper place to live than here in Greenville. Number 6. What is number 6?
Number 6 is winter.
Weather.
The
winter weather. It's okay.
Weather. The July, basically month of July that we are right now, July 22, is the hottest month of the year in Washington, 89 to 90. And what is the winter?
Winter is 33. Now, what I have to say about in Washington, you're getting those ocean breezes, which we do not get here. So just throwing that out there.
And we have 50 inches of the rain per year and just 1 inch of snow per year.
And average sunny days here is 209 per year in Washington. So let's move on to reason number 8.
And the most
Seven.
And the most pleasant months in Washington is May, September, and October.
That makes sense. And reason number 7.
The reason number 7 is commuting. Actually, the commute is not bad. 1 way commute in the average for the population is 17.8 minutes versus average in the US 26.4.
31% of people are going 6 to 9 miles. 16% are going 10 to 14 miles. And what's the last one?
And 13% just go less than 5 miles to go to the work.
Which is great, huh?
Yes.
Next one, reason number 8.
Air quality. For one of you that you're very curious about, they have a breathing issue, health issue. Actually, for the respiratory illness risk, we are 22.5% respect to the U.S. average is what?
38.5. So for air quality, we're just getting good. What about cancer risk?
And cancer risk is 41.4% versus U.S. average is what?
46.6. So we are lower on the cancer averages as well.
And therefore, this is a safe place for some of you that you wanted to breathe air. Washington.
And then he's also going to throw in that Washington. So the water. How do they work water?
Well, water also we're going to talk about.
No, water you got right there.
Water we're going to talk about it too. Water, basically you can see the water, the report of 2019 and 2020 in the website of the government in Washington town. And basically the water system is 6 ground wells along the Highway 33. And they basically have the report that they measured all the metals, pH, chloride, sodium, bacteria.
Which brings us to reason number 9, because he cares about water, is...
Okay, tell me the water.
Water quality. So 64 out of 100. The measure of the watershed is not the actual water coming out of your faucet. They're measuring those ground wells that he was talking about and all those like metals that he was just talking about. So
in quality of the water is still is reasonable in Washington. And what is the reason number 10?
Food. I love it. Restaurants, right? So I like food. I'm sure you do too. Down on Main Street is really good. Grubhub Eatery and Little...
And it's by the water.
Oh, and by the water, of course. And Little Brown Jug, Grubhub Eat and Little Brown Jug are good too. Also, the Hackney is also by the water.
The
Hackney
is by the water, and Chef's Grill and Backswater Jack's Tiki Bar also by the water if you wanted to eat by the water.
And then there's Hog Heaven if you like your, barbecue around here, and then also Washington Crab.
Which is by the water, and they get the fresh crab from the water and serve it for you.
Right there. Okay, next, reason number 11. I'm going to give it to my husband because he loves talking about gym.
Gym. Athletic Edge Sport Fitness is one of the main places that is there. Fitness Unlimited, ECU Health Wellness, because ECU has the actually medical center there, and Tumblebee Gym, and Hildred more aquatic center. Therefore, if you are very pro for swimming every day, that is a place that you need to go. And Copper Canyon Wellness. These are the 6 main places for the gym in the Little Washington.
Reason number 12.
Medical center.
In medical. So we're still talking about ECU Health, which is in Beaufort Hospital, which is the campus of ECU. Beaufort County Medical Center. What else?
Wyden Multi-Specialty Clinic.
Carolina East Medical Associates.
And Urgent Care Down East.
Mm-hmm.
And basically...
Agape
Health.
Agape.
I don't know how to say it.
Yeah, so tell us in the comments. Anyway, let's go to the next one.
113 physician per capita, which is the number of the physician that we have.
Which is great, right?
And
reason number 13.
Number 13, basically, we wanted to talk about safety because many of you wanted to know if this place is safe. Therefore, last year we had a total crime report of 498 for the county, and for the town, and then 374 of that was a property crime.
So just like in most places, property crime is the biggest concern of all. Theft was 300. After that, there was apparently one murder last year.
And vehicle theft or robbery was 5. Therefore, the rate is actually was C.
Right. So just so we're clear, we're not trying to hide anything, but that is the basic facts. But when you won't have that much home ownership, you'll when you're in your backyard, you're in your backyard. Okay. Anyway.
And then last one, we wanted to talk about the taxes. Therefore, no estate property tax in North Carolina. Yes. Number 14 is an extra bonus. We just wanted to give you the tax. No estate property tax in North Carolina. The property tax for your home is actually included. City tax of Washington, which for each $100 is 53 cents, and for Beaufort County, which is the county of the Washington, is 63.5 cents, which comes to $1.16 per each 100. What about the other taxes?
First of all, let's talk about sales taxes, right? 4.75% North Carolina sales tax, and then there's 2.25% sales tax in Beaufort County, which brings your combined sales tax to 7%.
Exactly. Therefore, that was the last thing that we wanted to cover in this video. I hope this information was useful. Please call us in the number below. We love to talk to you and help you with getting your place, selling your place, or buying the place for you.
And we look forward to talking to you in person or texting, whatever it is you're comfortable with.
I hope you enjoyed this video and have a wonderful weekend, guys. Bye.